This Pride Month, Sword and Key is raising money for Lambda Legal Defense and Education Fund. Lambda Legal Defense and Education Fund works to defend and achieve full recognition of the civil rights of queer people and everyone living with HIV in the United States. Their efforts focus on impact, litigation, education, and public policy work. For over 50 years, they have fought and won landmark legal cases, and even now have 6 active cases against the current administration. Sword and Key is raising money alongside their official Tiltify fundraiser, which means every dollar donated will be matched up to $150,000. There are also other ways to help: sharing the events, boosting posts, or even looking into volunteering your time with the organization. Every little bit helps.
Jenni, how's college? No. Hey, hope things are good. Things are pretty much the same here. Nothing's the same with you gone. No. Remember Mrs. Taylor? She retired. Alice said... No. I've been thinking about maybe taking a road trip next summer, getting out of town for just a little. Maybe you'd like... No. Everything just seems small these days. I'm glad you got out. Maybe letting you go that night was for the best. You don't need me holding you back. No, can't write that. Do you ever think, what if? I do. I think, what if I told you I had a crush on you since the minute I saw you? No, can't write that. What if? What if? Tammy.
Hello, and welcome to the 3rd episode of Under a Blue Moon. You know, we did that cool thing, and then I forgot that my part was to say, the apotheosis is upon you. There you go. Alright. We've got a couple of things to do real quick before we do introductions. First is, we've raised $2,070.69 so far for Lambda Legal. We are going to be doing a giveaway, I'm guessing just for the entire episode for the Long Dog Lice. We're going to do a giveaway for $100 from Long Dog Dice, thanks to Jen. The keyword is #moon, and that'll be pulled at the end of the episode. At $22.50, we'll be doing another giveaway for a Pride Dragon. That's just $179 or so away. With that said, the incentives are, you can give, for $5, you can give a player a reroll. For $10, they can find something helpful. For $20, a strange thing will occur. For $25, every player gets a reroll. And for $30, you can make things worse. So, that said, I'm the presence, Cassiopeia. I puppeteer all the strings. And, yeah, I'm formless and void and darkness and all of the, scary stuff that's happening. And with that, I'll kick it off to Tori.
Hello. My name is Tori. I use they, them pronouns. You can find me all over the internet as that nerd Tori. I'm still trying to get over that introduction. But I will be playing Cora Malloy, who is our college freshman activist.
Excellent. And then Madam Ava.
Well, hello, my darlings and dears. It's your Madam Ava here. I'm here tonight playing Rita, one of your cheerleaders who just finished high school, and she has a knife. We love this for her. This is a gift from me, from my partner who donated some money to have something weird happen and giving me an item. So I appreciate that, and happy Juneteenth, everyone. Mwah.
And next, Sia.
Hello, everybody. I am Sia, also known as Cinesia, and I'll be playing Delilah, our really weird homeschooled goth who still believes nothing bad is happening. This is all a prank, guys. Don't pay attention. It's fine, okay? This is all fine.
The power of denial. And, of course, last but not least, Sophia.
Yeah, hi everyone. I'm Sophia, also known as Nerdy Teddy. My pronouns are she, her, and we. And tonight I'll be playing Jenni Stevens, who I have a feeling is eventually going to cry a lot. I'm trying not to. We'll see how that goes.
And then I suppose I should say, Kit is running late, so Alice will join us probably at the halfway mark after break, and we'll see what they are getting up to then. With that, then...
Nothing good. They'll be getting up to nothing good.
With that, I believe, Madam Ava, you said you would want to do the recap for the reroll.
Yes. I need to make sure that I can survive as long as possible. So, like, what happened exactly last time? So there was like a meeting saying that like the nurse disappeared, even though like we already knew that. They said that she had an emergency, she had to go, but she's basically been gone for like 2 nights. So it's kind of weird that they're just now telling us about this, but whatever. That's adult folks' business. Then went on our separate ways. I wrote a letter to Michael, and there was like a weird vibe that happened there. So then I went to go see Cora to make sure that they were doing okay. And then they also felt something weird was happening. But while we were having a wonderful time just gossiping and Cora writing letters to politicians, Jenni and Delilah and Alice went to go try to find Tammy because we haven't seen Tammy in like a very long time, and it's very weird, even for Tammy, who likes to just fuck off and disappear somewhere. And there was some really weird things happening like at their cabin, in specifics. Like Alice focused on like this really weird symbol, but I also think like Delilah also saw a weird symbol, and then out of nowhere there was like someone outside that looked like Delilah's mom in a like a cloak, and it freaked them the fuck out. And so then Cora and I were like, "Oh, that sounded like Delilah yelling. We should go check on folks." And then there was like another cloaked person with a knife standing outside Cora's cabin. We told him to fuck off. And luckily, I'm hot and persuasive, and Cora is very influential in regards to like talking. And so we were able to get him to leave. And he left me a knife. How nice of him. So we got the knife in hand, made our way over. Weird shit was happening, and we decided, hey, as a group, let's try to find communications. And we went off all around the cabin trying to find a radio tower. That got fucked up. There was blood over where like the head counselor person was, but we went back because I got some good vibes from up above. Thank you, ancestors, that there was going to be like a map. And so now we have a map. We'll see what happens after that, but I think everything's going to be just fine.
Yeah, that's a pretty good recap. I think you can have that reroll for sure. I think the only thing that really got missed is you went back to the camp director's offices and looked around, and after digging through their desk and all the disarray, you found an old map of the campground. So, you unroll this map, and it's old leather, maybe, something. It's hard to place, but inked on top of it is a map of the campground. Like, there's more modern maps around for like people to see, but this is definitely old. And in between each building, lines are connected, and the lines make up the symbol from Delilah's mom's church. Some places are clearly marked differently. Perhaps they are more important than others. You also see there is a spot marked off in the forest, out in the middle of the lake, and one in the nearby abandoned quarry. And they are marked significantly as... The best way I can describe it is if every building is like a circle, those are bigger, bolder, darker.
Okay, cool. Can we get out of here now?
Or we could stay in here all night until morning and pray nothing bad happens and then just go home.
Yeah, but this specific cabin I don't trust.
I don't trust any cabins anymore.
I mean, we were going to your cabin, so we can just, spend the night there, and then just like skedaddle
Yeah.
tomorrow.
We just
And then
have
I
to
can
hang in
show
here
ev-
until our parents show up.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then I can show everybody the picture that you wanted me to show them.
Right.
Yeah.
So, is that a... Can we get out of here then? Out of the cabin with the bloody footprints?
Oh god, okay, alright. We just all have to stick together. Maybe we should hold hands.
No.
No? Is that bad? Is that a stupid idea?
I mean, you can talk to Jenny. I
mean, as long as we can see each other, we should be fine. We should just...
We can hold each other's clothes. Just no hands.
Yeah, if that's works better for you.
I mean, hands are sweaty. I just don't,
Yeah, sure, it's a bad idea. Alright.
they're kind of gross.
Yeah.
Like, no, not your. I don't mean like your hands. Like,
No,
just in case. I'm just like, I mean, like, over in
totally
general,
fine, totally
hands
fine.
of it. Like,
I-
okay.
yeah. Mhm.
Like mine, they kind of like. I'm also have like makeup on my hands, and I don't want to.
Yeah. Okay, let's go.
Okay. You start to make your way towards the front of the office, having been kind of in the back where her large wooden desk was.
Wait, sorry, one question.
Yes.
Did we check if there was a phone in here?
I don't believe anyone checked if there was a phone in there, no.
Would it even work if like the radio station is down?
Phones aren't radios.
I mean, I don't know, like electricity.
Yeah, radio doesn't like. It's they all
Phones
connected
work
to the
when-
same thing. Yeah, but it's not like they connected to each other.
Right, and
I
phones work
suppose.
when the power is out.
Yeah, fair enough. Did you want to like check that real quick?
Yes, we should
Okay.
check if there's a phone, because you know what? If we can call somebody, then they can come get us, and we can get out of this crazy mess.
That
True.
sounds like a plan. I'll just hold on to the map.
I would like to look for a phone.
Well, considering the disarray, I'm gonna need you to roll for searching, please.
Yes. All right, let's pull up character sheet.
So that's your 2d6
I have
plus
minus
senses.
1.
No.
This can be really great. I'm just distraught, okay, everyone?
Roll an 11.
I rolled a 4, so that's a
Oh, boy.
3. So nothing happens, I don't think. I hope.
On a miss, you accidentally break or damage something, you
Cool.
attract unwanted attention,
Cool.
or you leave something behind.
Excellent.
Your sanity. You leave behind your sanity.
What if I just leave behind my composure? How about that?
If only storytellers let us do something that
I know.
abstract.
I'm willing to make that deal, Tori, but if you're losing your composure, that means you're going to take a, what was it again? I need to find all my things here.
A harm? Do I take a harm?
Breaking
Not a
point?
harm, but you're gonna have to take a break, yes. Which is, your mental fortitude.
I will mark a harm if you let me leave my composure behind in this cabin. Or not a harm, a
Not
breaking
a harm,
point.
a breaking point, yes.
I will
Yeah.
mark a breaking point if you let me leave my composure behind.
Sure.
Yeah,
You're a little panicky.
I am a little panicky. Cora is usually pretty calm, cool, and collected, and has been so calm, cool, and collected this whole time. Now she's a little freaked out.
In fact, I think that's actually the panic is what prevents you from finding a phone, actually. Like, you start searching, and it's kind of that whole... the tension is so high at the moment that you kind of like do the thing where like you look in one spot and you move a couple things around and it's not just obviously right there, and you start to panic about it.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I'd be like, there's gotta be a phone, right? There has to be. Okay, maybe there's not a phone. Oh my god, okay.
Maybe when, like, whoever left, like, this giant pool of blood, like, whenever it happened to them, like, the phone was destroyed, so it wouldn't have, like, mattered anyway.
Yeah, sure, yeah. That's great.
Deep breaths, deep breaths. Where are we going exactly? Are we going to, like, Jenny's cabin, or are we going somewhere
We
else?
go into
the kitchen.
the kitchen.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah. Very hungry. We need to look at that food.
I mean, just look at Cora. They're so pale, so, like, they gotta eat something.
Gotta eat.
Yeah, let's go. I don't want to be in here with the bloody footprints anymore.
So valid.
Right? You head out the front door. You make your way down towards Jenny's cabin. It's a little bit of a walk still, because the camp director's building is roughly in the middle of camp. Jenny, you turn and look down to the beach that everyone ran across last episode. Something out of the corner of your eye caught your attention for just a moment, and you swear for a second you saw Tammy standing there. But there's nothing there now.
Wait, did anybody else see Tammy?
Where?
Where?
She was just over there.
Like in the water?
Where exactly was she?
Down on the like really little shallow beach where there's one or two canoes that didn't get put away.
Okay, yeah. She was down on the beach by those canoes.
I told you she's pranking us. I
Or-
told you this whole time.
Maybe she's looking for us?
If she was looking for us, she would have called for us. Why would she just like look at us and like hide as soon as like somebody sees her? It's bullshit.
I mean, weird things have been happening. Maybe it's got Tammy scared. Just
That would be
remember
very
when
reasonable.
just remember when you saw your mom was also around the same time, the guy came at us with a knife, so just saying.
Should we look around for the guy with the knife? Hey, guy!
What if he has another knife?
Why would you
But
go
then, like,
looking for someone who tried to kill us?
Then we'd be prepared. What I'm trying to say, like, if we're not prepared, he just comes as a surprise, and then he has like upper hand or upper knife. I don't know, like being a surprise, and now like, but like if we know that he's coming, we have the upper hand, and then Rita, you take your knife out. Now, show him.
Okay, everybody, just calm down. Y'all go to my cabin. Delilah, you can
The
find
kitchen.
the picture.
We're going to the kitchen.
Just go. I'm gonna go find Tammy.
No, we either going all together looking for Tammy, or we're going all together to your cabin. There's no like, oh, you guys go there and I'm gonna go there. No, we don't fucking do that.
But if y'all go to the cabin,
Kitchen.
I can find. If y'all go to the kitchen, then I can find Tammy, and I know where to find you.
Should we do like pairs? We shouldn't do like alone thing. I'm sorry, Jenny. Listen. I wholeheartedly trust you. You've seen someone there. Like, bless you, but going there alone.
Okay. Fine. Who wants to come with me to find Tammy?
Yeah, I don't know if we should split up, guys.
Jenny is very into splitting up for some reason. Maybe Jenny been the guy with the knife the whole time. Maybe it was Jenny with the knife, actually.
What wasn't Jenny with you when you saw your mom though?
Okay, maybe it's Jenny and Tammy pranking us together.
This
just
is
want
like
to
a
find
little
Tammy,
far for a prank.
okay? I just want to find Tammy so that we can all be safe together.
Let's go find
What?
Tammy all together then. Oh my god.
Okay. I was about to say
Okay,
the sisters
fine.
can go together, but yeah, sure, let's all go.
I mean, that's fine too, and y'all can go in the cabin and then we know where to find you. Either way is fine. It might be slightly easier to find Tammy if there's not 5 of us tramping through the woods. Just saying.
True.
I mean, it's easier to find someone. There's like 5 of us, searching through. Also, she's my friend as well.
Okay,
If there's
well,
somebody who's like going to beat up Tammy for pranking us, it's gonna be me. I'm sorry.
I really don't think she's breaking us, but okay, fine. If you're coming with to find Tammy, then let's go, I guess.
All right.
Jenny will head down to the beach.
Okay. Jenny and whoever chooses to go with Jenny heads towards the beach. There's 2 canoes beached there, tipped over on their sides. As you're headed there, Rita, you hear somewhere off at the other end of camp the cry of an infant.
Nope, fuck those kids. She's gonna ignore it. Nope.
Okay.
No.
I think I think if you want to ignore this, you're gonna need to roll against a breakpoint. So you roll
Okay.
2d6 without any bonuses.
Okay. My dice clearly. An 8.
An 8?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. On a 7 to 9, you add a -1 to whatever your next roll is, or you mark 1 breaking point.
And it's just the next roll. It doesn't completely like carry over for the entire session or like game type of thing.
Yeah,
It's just
it
for
just
one
is
roll.
whatever your next roll is. So if you somehow go the rest of today without rolling, it would carry over, but it's not like a permanent.
Got it. I'll do that one then.
Okay. So you reach the canoes. The sun is glinting off the lake. You realize now that it's mid-afternoon. It's 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock maybe. You know, running from building to building, being terrified, has eaten up a lot of time.
Do I see any footprints in the sand?
Would you like to roll to search?
Yes. That is senses, correct?
Correct.
That is a 7.
All right. On a 7 to 9, you are successful, but also choose 1. You accidentally break or damage something, you attract unwanted attention, or you leave something behind.
I mean, we're standing on a beach with presumably not a lot of cover. I think attract unwanted attention is a good one.
Okay. You walk around careful of where you step, trying to look for other footprints. It's tough because, I mean, there were probably kids here yesterday on the beach. That's why the canoes are still out. But you do find specifically, you see some relatively fresh footprints lower in the shoreline to the water, where the sand is, you know, wet and darker.
And where are those? What direction are those footprints headed?
Well, would it be worse, Jenni, if they were headed out of the lake or into the lake?
Probably out of the lake, honestly.
Okay, they're headed out of the lake. You can see the little path headed back towards the waves before they disappear and would have been washed away.
Does everybody, y'all see those weird footprints, right?
Are they weird footprints or just footprints?
Well, they're footprints, but they're kind of weird because they just look like somebody just walked out of the lake.
Maybe somebody swam?
But, I mean, who would have been swimming? All the kids are gone. They would.
I mean, we do have other adults in here. Like, some of them might have gone swimming.
Other counselors.
Yeah.
Is there like a boat out in the lake that seems to be unoccupied?
Not that you can see, but like I said last episode, the lake is fairly large. You can't actually see all the way across it.
Okay.
And because you picked up the map earlier, you know that the lake is big enough that there is a small island in the middle that is like marked on maps.
Hmm. Who knows?
Yeah, but I don't. And I see these footprints, but I don't see any other signs of Tammy. Does anybody else see any? This is where I saw her, but I don't.
And Jenny's cut off. This is where I saw her, as you hear the crack of that rifle from earlier.
Jesus did.
And Delilah, you take 1 harm.
Oh my god.
Ouchie!
Oh my god.
Did somebody just get shot?
Yeah, am I shot?
Yes, you jerk suddenly, and there's a pain in your side.
In my side! Oh my
Yeah.
god!
Looking around, do we see the person who shot Delilah?
Yeah, where did this noise come from?
Well, it's hard to gauge exactly where the sound came from because it echoes so widely across the shoreline, but based on where Delilah was standing and where it hit them, you can kind of look the opposite direction, and you see at the edge of the forest where one of the footpaths from the camp goes into the forest, someone is standing there with the rifle up. You can't really see their face. They're wearing the black cloak, but also the scope of the rifle and the rifle covers most of their face as well.
Oh fuck no, serpentine everyone.
Yep.
We gotta just scatter and we meet at the kitchen.
Go to the
Yep,
kitchen.
run, meet
Somebody
at the
help me.
kitchen.
Yep.
If nobody
I would
else-
imagine I'm wearing like a lot of different clothes and like maybe like a scarf, and I take the scarf out and I use it to stop the bleeding, just kind of like press it onto the wound.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's when it helps
who's
to be
taking
goth.
first aid here?
I'm gonna say, if no one else is helping Delilah at least get out, get away, Jenny will help.
Aw.
I feel like Cora's probably also taken first aid at some point, but needs to calm down.
Yeah. I think you're in a state to do that.
Well, I'm assuming you're potentially going to still be shot at. You probably don't want to do first aid right here.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
the main
that's-
thing. And just like we kinda need to get out the way of the line
Yeah.
of this guy's sight.
Honestly,
Or girl,
Jenny,
it could be Alice.
Jenny might pick up Delilah and carry her and run towards the cabins if she's shot and can't run.
I think I can, but she wouldn't mind being picked up.
Respect.
Yeah. I mean, Jenny was head cheerleader. She is probably used to picking people up as part of the routine. So sure.
Imagine we're in the pyramid, Jenny. Imagine we're in the pyramid. Help.
Running back towards the kitchen. Do you want me to roll body for that? For running while carrying Delilah?
Don't drop me, please.
I will say that you pick Delilah up and you run toward your cabin, and being that you have Delilah, I think you're the only one that goes straight to your cabin while everyone scatters to try and not be shot at. So I think I am gonna have you roll to push through, but I think we'll do that when we come back to you and Delilah. Cora, where do you run?
I'm gonna just run towards the biggest tree that kind of seems to be in the direction of the cabin, because I'm thinking, like, I can get behind a tree, but also still head in the direction everyone else is going.
I think then your best bet is actually to kind of cut away and go not quite back to the camp director's office, but like that would be the closest spot from the beach where there would potentially be trees. But at that point, you also could be putting the building between you and the person with the rifle.
Okay. Yes, sorry. I am spatially troubled.
And I mean, I don't have like a hard layout, so...
Right. Yeah, I would want to try and get out of the, like, direct line of sight.
Okay. You definitely can, you jump over to there, and you dive behind one of the exterior walls, and you're laying there, and all you hear for a moment is your breathing and your heartbeat. And after a moment or two, you're listening for more gunshots. Your heart is still hammering in your chest, but your breathing slows down a little. And you hear a whisper. One whisper. Two whispers.
What's it whispering?
It's whispering how they know what you did to get into college.
I'm gonna plug my ears.
You slam your hands over your ears, and you still hear those whispers about how
curl up into the fetal position.
Curl up into the fetal position, but you still hear those whispers. And as much as I would like to describe them, Tori, what does Cora hear specifically?
I think anyone else would expect Cora to be hearing something like, I don't know, you committed a murder, because that's the way Cora's acting. But what this voice is actually saying is, that was dirty money. You know that company? You know they spent money to kill children in other countries in the global south? And it just hearing that kind of stuff of, like, death tolls from large-scale defense contractor nonsense. And I think she starts to cry.
I think, though, as devastating as hearing that is, I think the worst part is that it's in all your friends' voices, your family's voices, your other counselors that you were here at camp. It's voices you recognize.
Yeah, they're calling her a fraud. And a performative activist.
And I think I need you to roll against a breaking point again.
That's fair. That's fair. What stat am I adding?
It's just 2d6, nothing added.
Oh dear. All right, come on, be nice to me.
Trying to tell us that the most logical person out of us is the one who's gonna lose their mind first.
See, that's what would happen in a real horror movie.
They're too rigid. They don't know how to deal with things.
It's a 6.
A 6 is still a miss.
Damn.
Do you happen to have a reroll?
Unless we got something from donations, no.
I think we all got a reroll.
I think everyone had one reroll from
Good,
last
I'm rerolling and I'm using different dice. Fuck those dice.
Please.
Different dice. We can't have a repeat of last
I will also, we didn't discuss this, but I'll say if like someone's sitting on more than one reroll and you feel like giving it to someone, I will 100% let you do that.
Hey, that's a 9.
All right, on a 7 to 9, you take a -1 to your next roll or mark one breaking point, but it's not a miss.
I'm not gonna mark a breaking point. I'll just -1 on my next roll. Everything's fine, everyone. Okay. Everything's fine.
Keep those dice. Remember which dice you rolled right now and keep them, okay? Don't go back to the previous one. No, those are they punished.
I'm setting the correct ones aside so I know.
All right. Rita, where do you run?
I think she'll just kind of, if there is like a nice pocket of like buildings that are kind of close together, I think she's just going to like just go in between those buildings, like just dodging and weaving through buildings to get to Jenny's.
Okay, so I
If
think
that's not possible, she will go to the kitchen. If that's just easier, she'll definitely go to the kitchen.
yes. I think you decide to head to the kitchen in that case.
Okay.
Because, the kitchen's big. There's lots of cover, and you can get from there to Jenny's cabin easily.
Okay.
You the sand churns under your feet as you start sprinting, and you hit the grass, and you start running, and you slam open the kitchen door with so much force because you can't quite stop yourself in time, and that bang echoes off into the kitchen, and you stop and you catch your breath just inside the door, and the kitchen is dark.
Yell around for the light switch.
You manage to paw the light switch on, and you see hung up like a slab of meat. You see Kirsten and Kyle, the twins.
Okay. Okay. She's taking this moment to breathe. Try to keep it steady. And she's not going to linger here. She's just going to cut through and get to the next door to head to their actual destination. If she's able to pick up more knives along the way for people, she will, but otherwise, heading there.
Okay. So yeah, you quickly make your way through the kitchen to the other door. It's just a long rectangular room. You avoid the other half of everything and go straight to the next door. And you step outside into the late afternoon sun and blink for a second. And that's where we'll leave you for a moment, and we'll go back to Jenni and Delilah.
I forgot it's still daytime.
Yep. Jenni, you scoop Delilah up, and you start running kind of down the shoreline, because the straightest path to your cabin is kind of on the beach further for where you are before you duck up to the grass again. And the whole time this is happening, you hear another rifle shot, and you swear you can hear the click of the bolt sliding back and the shell ejecting and the bolt sliding home. And you are running and you're running, and you hear another rifle shot, crack, and you swear you can hear that slide moving back and forth. But you manage to make it to your cabin without anyone else, either you or Delilah, getting hit. And you are in the cabin.
She will carry Delilah in, set her probably on just the first bed that's right there, which I don't know if that's Jenny's bed or someone else's bed, but we'll set her down, and then, shut the door, and, but she's like trying to figure out where everybody else went as well. Like, can I see where Cora is? Can I see where Alice is? Can I see where Rita went? without like hanging her head out the window to get shot at.
I definitely don't think you can see Cora because she dove and is laying down, and you can't see the door that Rita would have come out of from the kitchen. And no, you have no idea where Alice went off to. The other two you at least saw kind of in the direction they were going. You have no idea where Alice is.
Ah, damn it, where did everybody go?
I would say you turn around and you see Delilah on her knees in front of the bed praying. She's like, I don't know, maybe mom is right. Maybe I shouldn't have fucking done this. Maybe all of this is bullshit. Please don't kill us. Maybe we all get punished by the devil right now. Oh my god, maybe she was right.
You're doing that. I think Jenny's gonna go over, find her notebook wherever she left it on the bed and like start like paging through till she finds the picture and throws it down in front of Delilah and go, no, remember these symbols, these are what we've been seeing around the camp. Your mom wasn't right about anything.
No. I mean, it's not my mom shooting at me, right? Why would she shoot me?
It might not be, but clearly whoever she's involved with is behind
Maybe
this.
maybe we just sinned so much that she decided to take it in her hands and punish us.
By shooting you.
Yes.
It seems a bit extreme. Even
Well,
for your mom.
have you read Bible?
Okay, maybe not for the Bible, but for your mom, that seems even a little bit extreme.
A little maybe, but not very extreme. But how would they do that? Also, ouchie, it still fucking hurts.
Yeah, I've taken a little bit of first aid. I guess,
Can you look at it and just not tell me? Or tell me everything is good, even if
yeah,
like you can see that my lung is like falling out of my side. I don't know.
okay, yeah, but you're gonna have to sit on the bed.
Okay, fine. Get on the bed and I like lift the shirt and I'm like, just tell me everything is fine. Tell me it's good. Tell me it's just a scratch. It's nothing. I'll be fine.
What does Jenny see?
You see a low caliber rifle wound, like a bullet hole. You don't see an you check over her, you don't see an exit wound. That means the bullet is still in there.
It's nothing, right? It's just a scratch. Right? Right?
I mean, I'm not a doctor, so yeah, I mean, it looks fine right now.
I need you to roll that push through as well for the sprinting while
yes.
carrying.
What do I roll for that?
Body.
Just body? Alright.
Yep.
That is a 10.
Alright, you succeeded. No harm taken.
Nice.
Yay. Yeah, it's fine for now.
For now?
I'm not a doctor. I can't give long-term diagnosis. I think you're gonna be fine for now until we can get you to somebody who can actually help you. But we do need to do something about it.
I think this is a situation where you probably need to roll to comfort Delilah.
Did Cora come and help in some way? I wanna argue that Cora has taken first aid, like, because they go to a lot of protests.
I think you could do first aid when you get there. I think at the moment this is just for Jenni trying to comfort Delilah and keep them calm.
That makes sense.
Comfort is that mind or is that heart? Okay, it's heart.
What a bad time to not have a nurse in camp.
That is a 4.
It says on a miss, the keeper will tell you how you make things worse, but Delilah, how does Jenni make this worse?
I would say I see the moment when Delilah lifts her shirt and shows her wound to Jenni. She sees Jenni's face just go pale, and Delilah starts panicking, and she's like, "Oh God, I'm gonna die. I'm gonna fucking die here. This is it." Oh.
And I think from there, we'll leave you there for a moment. And Cora, you don't know how long you were curled up in the fetal position. You vaguely think you might have heard more shots, but you were so focused on those whispers of your friends and your loved ones and your family. But it can't have been that long. It doesn't look like the sun's that much lower in the sky when you manage to push yourself up on your hands and knees.
Okay. All right. Okay. I'm gonna stay as hunched over as I can and bolt for the building.
Okay. You bolt for the building.
And everything's fine.
You do hear another rifle shot, but you're not sure if it's at you or not. You don't feel the bite of a bullet hitting you.
Good.
And you reach Jenni's cabin, and right as Delilah's like, "Oh no, I'm gonna die, the door to the cabin slams open as Cora comes tripping and stumbling into the room.
I yell
everyone
at me as soon
okay?
as you come in. I'm like, "Ah,
Is everyone okay?
I think Jenny.
I'm dying."
Jenny screams. I don't think she's dying yet. I mean, I don't think she's dying, but I
Yeah,
only took basic
dying.
first aid.
Okay, I took advanced first aid for protests, so let me take a look. Oh God. Can you find some water? We will need water. Jenni, water? And then like any kind of towel, beach towel, blanket, like something that we can use to sop up blood.
I imagine that Jenny has towels and maybe a water bottle in her bag that she grabs out and...
Yeah, this
Ideally, we would want to
like
boil and cool this water or find distilled water.
Can we not talk about what we would do ideal?
Yeah, we don't have that right now. Okay, I am going to take a look at the situation. Can I see what's happening?
I once again lived and I was like, just try to look like it's all fine, okay?
It's all fine. Okay. Can I want to like flush the wound with water.
Okay.
And try and apply pressure to it.
Okay.
And like maybe if we can find something that's like not obviously we don't have gauze. Does nobody keep a first aid kit around here?
That's what the nurse's station is for.
We should have grabbed first aid kits from the nurse's station.
But yeah, you start I think right before you apply pressure, you start gently feeling around the bullet hole, and like you can feel the bullet is still in the wound.
Ow, ow, ow,
okay,
ow,
yes, I don't know if we should take the bullet out is the thing, because that might cause more problems.
It's okay. I am the bullet and bullet is me. We are one now.
The best part here is that I said, I don't think we should take the bullet out. And Cass was like, no, you should. And Eva was like, no, you should leave it in. So I don't know who to believe anymore.
All I will say is a bullet is not like an arrow where you want to leave the arrow in because you could bleed out. That's all I will say.
Can I roll to like see if I know that, or do I
Sure,
need to roll?
Just roll a d6, and if you get above a 4...
Hey, I got a 4. I'm gonna say I do.
Sure.
Though. Okay, we need to take the bullet out. Does anybody have tweezers? Jenni, you probably have tweezers, right?
You have tweezers.
Yeah.
We can get you new tweezers for your eyebrows later.
I'll get you the best ones.
Yeah,
we can go to the mall.
fine,
I'll take whatever you want. Just please let me fucking live.
Yeah, sure. Pull out her.
Oh, do you know what also might be helpful? Does anybody... We've got vodka, right? We're shitty teenagers at camp.
Yeah, I forgot I had some. Here's the tweezers, and then she will like go, and I'm assuming she probably found a loose floorboard to hide it under just in case.
Yeah.
And she pulls it out, and yeah, here's the vodka.
Wonderful. It's not like flavored, right? Because that wouldn't work. That would just make everything worse.
While you guys talk, I actually grab vodka and I take a shot, and then I give it to you, Cora.
This is perfect. This is ideally is actually what needs to happen. Is it flavored?
No, definitely
Yeah, it's
not.
flavored like vodka.
Okay, perfect. So I think Cora's going to try and disinfect the tweezers with some vodka.
Jenni, hold my hands.
Yes, definitely hold her hands.
Yeah, Jenni will hold your hand.
And I'm going to take a deep breath, and I'm going to try and get the bullet out with tweezers.
Okay.
What horrible thing are you going to make me roll to do that correctly?
You pull all my guts out accidentally.
I don't think that's how that would work. Really, the only thing that probably would be, because you like, all you can do is pull the bullet out, patch them up. Yeah, I would say you could roll keep cool for yourself specifically, sure.
Yes. Okay, good. That's the thing. If you couldn't tell, audience, that is the thing I'm good at. Supposedly. All right.
We'll see.
Come on, dice. Come on, dice. Don't kill Delilah. Come on, dice. Well.
No. No.
5.
Can I give my reroll to you? I want to
please,
live.
God.
Sure.
Yes.
You have my reroll.
I want you to live too. Guys, come on! 7.
All right, a 7 to 9.
We succeed.
A 7 to 9 is a partial success. Normally, I would give you the option to choose what happens because of this. I think, though, in doing this, you succeed, but Delilah, you do take another harm because of it.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Like, it hurts.
Yeah.
And you don't have anesthetic, and you took one shot of vodka that's not enough to make you not feel the pain of the tweezers digging around inside you. But
I also imagine, like, me and the whole bed is, like, covered in blood now. It was not a clean procedure at all.
Oh, no. I will then also, like, patch you up with whatever, like, towels or bed sheets or whatever we can put pressure on the wound and tie it off with.
Jenni, your favorite Farrah Fawcett towel is ruined.
I'm sorry, Jenni.
It's fine. It's replaceable, I think. Probably not, but it's fine.
It's so cool. It has, like, a, you can see that it's just a red dye. It's one of a kind now. It's art piece.
Also, you can probably, like, get blood out of things. There's, like, gotta be a way to get blood stains out of things, right?
Like cold water. Just put it in cold water right now so you can, like...
No, we need to put it on you right now.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll get out of here and we'll worry about the towel later. It's fine.
It's kind of badass. I had a bullet in me. That's fucking cool, right?
Do you want to keep it?
Yes, of course I want to fucking keep it.
I give you the bullet.
I'm not sure that how big they physically are. I'd have to look it up, but it's...
I'm not
like
calling John in here to answer that question.
Like, I could find it. It just is a matter of... It's it's a rifle bullet, so it's longer. Where's my camera? You know, like handgun bullets are small. This is
Yeah.
a long bullet. Like it was, the back of it was near the like entrance, you know, to the wound, but like it was long, so it was lodged in there deep. But I think oh my god, yes, I do want to keep it. We will go back to Rita. Rita, you just stepped out the other kitchen door. The sun hit you for a second, giving you a flash of momentary blindness. You heard another rifle shot, and you heard someone running. You're not quite sure who it was. But you know you can, if you're quick, you can make it to the cabin.
Yes.
Okay.
I have shit on me, y'all. I got some more knives. I have my own knife and I have a map. We need to make sure that those are secure. I'm not risking it right now. Run. Just running.
I think because you kind of slammed into the door in the kitchen and you're now trying to run again, I don't think you would be hiding. I think this is going to maybe be a push through to roll body to keep running.
Yeah. That's fine. Michael taught me some of his military stuff. We're gonna be good. We're gonna be good. We're gonna be okay. We're gonna be okay. Okay. So I have a -1, which makes it a 9, but I have a +1. I'm bringing it back to 10.
So the +1 is specifically for using violence because you have the knife.
Oh, dang.
Unless
okay,
you'd like
so
to drop the knife while you're running. I'll let you. Okay.
I'll just take the 9.
Okay. I think considering the situation, so I'll list off what could happen. I have a suggestion based on the situation, but we might get on the same page without that. So on a 7 and 9, you injure yourself, mark 1 harm. You accidentally hurt someone else. That's not really an option right now. You open yourself up to more danger. You're kind of already in danger, or you risk the group's safety. If you could choose to risk the group's safety if you'd like. Otherwise, I think the easiest thing is you take a harm. Maybe you get shot on the way, but you successfully get to the cabin.
I'll take the harm.
Okay. I think... I think what happens actually is you step out of the door and you start to run, and someone has left a yard keeping implement, and you just happen to step on it, and it's not as bad as like getting shot would potentially be, but it's enough that, you know, you're bleeding in your foot.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
And then you sprint down to Jenni's cabin, and you're all having a discussion about things, and actually, yeah, Delilah has just said, you know, I do want to keep the bullet, that's badass, and you slam the door open as you reach them.
Fuck! Shit! Fuck! Cora, do you have a first aid? First aid!
Oh god, even
She's
more
just like
first
she starts like hopping on her good foot and just holding it up. She's like, fuck! Closes the door, shoves the chair underneath it. Fuck!
Jenni will.
Happened? Some bitch left their shit just lying around, and I didn't want to get fucking shot, so I just ended up stepping on that fucking piece of shit.
Okay, all right, okay.
Fuck.
All right, we're gonna fix this. Everything's gonna be fine. All right. We did not grab any first aid implements in the nurse's station. That was an oversight. But we have vodka, and we have towels.
Fine.
And we can tear up clothing if we need to.
That's fine.
We can get drunk and get tanned.
Wait, how bad of a situation is it? Do we need me to try to get to the nurse's station?
No! Nobody should go inside right now!
Can I look at my injury to see how bad it is?
Sure. It's the closest thing I can think of. It's like if you've ever stepped on a nail. So it's a small hole, but it went right through the sole of your shoe into your foot. That's probably the closest analogy.
I stepped on a thumbtack once and did the same thing.
Okay, it's not bad. It was like kind of like a nail. So just
oh god,
clean it
up.
up.
Worry about tetanus. When we get out of here, you need to remember to get a tetanus shot.
Don't
Let's get out first. Yeah, I think tetanus is the least problem.
Yes.
Also, who
just
Jenni,
clean it up and wrap.
Who Jenni is sharing the room with?
Oh yeah.
Like, are there other people's stuff?
Whose clothing? Is someone dead in here whose clothing we can tear up?
Is there alive people here whose clothing we can look, whose stuff we can go through?
Actually, I'll say that later. Let's take care of the foot first, and then I'll tell you what I saw in the actual kitchen. Also, here's some knives, by the way.
Good, I'm glad there's more knives.
I think actually, Jenni, you had been sharing the room with Amy Young, an Asian girl, but she was only a counselor for 1 week out of the 2. So you've had the cabin to yourself for the last week.
She didn't leave any of her clothes behind that I could tear up.
Maybe an ex-boyfriend's shirt.
The bedding.
I rolled a 5, so yes, you find a t-shirt or something.
Yes, perfect. All right, this is excellent. Okay, Rita, I need to see. Get your foot up on the bed. Sit on the bed. Okay. Yes. Vodka. I would say you could drink some vodka, but this isn't going to be that painful. We should save pain vodka for people who've been shot. So,
fair and valid.
I'm going to pour this vodka on your foot, and it's going to suck, and I need you not to punch me.
Okay.
Please. Okay.
I'm a cheerleader. I've seen and also experienced worse injuries, so you're fine.
Okay, I pour straight vodka on an open wound.
It's not fun.
Oh no, it hurts. I don't like this for myself. I'm gonna start. I have +2 in mind, so I'm gonna be calm still.
Good. And then I am gonna tear up a t-shirt. I'm going to conservatively tear up a t-shirt because I feel like we're gonna need bandages, and we don't want to have more hurt than we've got skirt. So, that's a Rocky Horror callback for anyone who is elderly like me. Okay, so I'm going to wrap up her foot.
Okay. I think because we have been notified that Alice is ready, we will take our break there as you are wrapping up Rita's foot.
I don't trust this.
So we'll be back in 10 to 15 minutes. Everyone stretch, get a drink, take your meds if you need them, and we'll see you soon. Welcome back to episode 3 of Under Blue Moon. We were just with the group as they dealt with some physical harm a bunch of them had taken, but now we are going to find out what's going on with Alice. Alice, you were with the group in the camp director's office when they found the map. You did get a chance to look at the map. It marks out it's the map of the camp, and it makes the symbol from the church. It also shows that there is an important location off in the forest, out in the middle of the lake, and one in the nearby quarry. You are following with everyone when they decide to go from the camp director's building to Jenni's cabin, getting sidetracked with Jenni seeing Tammy, or so they think, and when that first rifle shot goes off and hits Delilah and everyone scatters, where do you go?
Alice uses this moment of confusion to not dip to one of the places on the map. Not yet. I think first she needs to go get some things. Because things are popping off that she wasn't quite prepared for today. So she's running back to her cabin.
All right. She gets to the cabin unobstructed, undamaged. It honestly, other than that first rifle shot giving you your opportunity, it could be a leisurely stroll for all we care. So what are you doing when you get to your cabin?
Couple things, I think. Obviously somebody's out here with weaponry, and that dog don't hunt. So I think she is digging through her bag in her bunk, and I think the first thing she pulls out is the knife from last night, I guess technically is what it is, and just flips it out, makes sure that it's still in working order, and sticks it in a pocket. It seems like a good night to have that on her. And then I think she continues rummaging around in that bag for a second, and makes sure that she can find something before she just puts her backpack on, I think. And she's looking for a book. And she finds it, I think.
Yeah, you find it. There's always a comfort when you pick up the book and hold it in your hands. You know, you can't take it with you everywhere. People would ask questions, but
it's good to have, especially on nights like these. And I think there's a bit of a moment where she starts to look, back to the door. There's sort of that antsy energy of like, I shouldn't be taking this long. I shouldn't be away from the group. People are going to get concerned and worried, and people who are worried ask too many questions. But I think there is a moment that she has to pause, because she realizes she knows that something is going down tonight, and she knows that things are popping off, but she doesn't understand what. And I think there's still the question of what she needs to do, or more accurately, what's going to be asked of her tonight. And she doesn't want to know the answer, but she needs to not be blindsided by it. And so she's, I think, sitting down on the floor of this cabin with this book in her lap, just trying to ask questions.
how does Alice use the book to ask questions?
I don't think she fully understands what power the book holds, how it works. She just, picked up some creepy stuff at an op shop, and stuff started talking to her. She doesn't understand how the mechanics of it work. So I think she's just flipping through it, looking for answers, asking questions out loud. She's not sure if it's going to talk to her, if it's going to, something on the page is going to suddenly make sense. It doesn't seem to have a coherent way that it works that she can figure out yet. So she's just kind of talking at it and hoping and looking like she's doing research, but she doesn't know what she's looking for. It's a lot of desperate grabs for information that she's not even sure are going to work.
Okay.
And I'm not sure if this is like a role, like a Rita person's a word. Or like a take stock. I don't know what in here speaks to you, if anything. in this way.
I think
Mm-hmm.
the way this works is probably you need to persuade.
Oh, Lord. Yeah, all right.
You know, you're asking questions and knowledge for knowledge. Knowledge is power. Power is not given freely.
I think that makes too much sense. Because this isn't asking, this isn't research, she's begging at this point. Which is not my strong suit, but what is today? You know? Ooh. Woof. How are we doing on rerolls, guys?
I believe
Friends at conference?
there was a donation for everyone to get a reroll.
Yeah, everybody had one.
I fear I may need to use mine just right at the jump because that's a 5 all told, which is not great in this system.
And that's what we
If it
have
makes
them.
you feel any better, Tori used their reroll as Cora and then had to be given someone else's reroll during the hubbub of everyone being injured.
Yep.
It do be that way far too often. I don't feel. Yeah, I may as well. We're being messy and desperate. No whammies. Less whammies. Oh, that is perhaps the least amount of whammies I could have gotten. Actually, that is 2 6s.
Yay!
Okay.
Desperation works.
Oh my god.
Wait, no, not yay. The person who's rolling good tonight is the person we don't want to roll good.
What do you have against me? I'm just a guy.
I'm just a little guy.
Just a little guy. I'm a kid. I'm a baby.
I never trust a little guy. Never.
I'm a little baby. I haven't done anything
No.
wrong to anybody that you can prove in court.
All right. So, for persuasion, you can, for example, ask a favor, ask for something you need, or be given relevant information. Which of those sort of things speaks to you the most?
I think as much as a favor would probably do her better, I think the questions that are coming out of her right now are just for information. Just, you know, people are starting to get hurt, and I want to listen. I want to do. You know more than I do, and I don't want to. I don't want to go against that. I want to know what's going on, because none of this makes sense, and I don't want to keep hurting people, and I don't want people to keep getting hurt around me, and I have to believe that you're doing something for the greater good. So what is the good here?
You ask this question, this search for knowledge, and silhouetted in the window against the almost setting sun, you see this excessively long, stretched out figure. Their arms reach the floor, their body extends up the curve of the ceiling, but they're just a shadow figure. They're not physically there. And rarely do you ever get words. You got the 1 or 2 words the other night, and that was pretty rare. This time you get images. You get the image of the plane of the lake with the moon too large behind it, except the water is above and the moon is below. The water is the sky. There is no ground underneath. You get the feeling of something impending. You get a flash of an old house deep in the woods. And you get the sense that you can stop what's coming.
Okay, so you want me to stop something? What am I stopping? How am I stopping it? And how is hurting people helping that? Are they making the bad thing happen? There has to be another way.
You are shown a scene of cloaked individuals around a ritual, and splayed out are the bodies of your co-counselors, of your friends, your sister, and you see this many-limbed statue figure, and you get the feeling that it's tied to what's happening there. The sacrifices are to bring this here.
Is Tammy's body with theirs?
No, Tammy's body is not there.
Okay. I don't want to keep hurting people. But if I stop these ones, is that the last time? Can that be the last time? Please.
You ask that question, and you sit in silence for quite a while. And you're given a word in that strange male-female multi-person voice. How you choose to take what this says is up to you, but all you hear is apotheosis.
It's a big word for mom. I don't know that she knows what to do with that. I think she tries to form a coherent question and she can't. She knows what it's asking her to, telling her to do, and she knows it's right. So as much as she wants to argue with it, she knows there's not really much sense in that.
You don't necessarily think that you've been given all the answers you were hoping for, but you can tell that whatever communication is going to happen is done, because the shadowy figure in the window fades, and the sun not quite set, but you get that reflection of the just barely above the horizon, and you know that you've spent quite some time. And that's likely all you'll be getting for now.
It's more than I get some days, so I'll take it. I think she packs up the book in, a little backpack, or I don't know. Are hip bags a thing at this point? We doing fanny packs yet? I think we're doing.
I think so.
I mean,
we're
fanny
doing
packs,
fanny
yeah,
packs.
but they're pretty big. Or fanny packs aren't necessarily very big, is what I mean to say.
So probably a backpack
You
situation.
probably, it's probably a backpack situation.
Yeah. And like if there's something that I can, I don't know that there's like big knife in the cabin, but like if there's like water bottle, if there's like like stuff that like seems like to justify I have a backpack, that isn't here's this big dumb book. And she's probably looking around for something like that, but she knows her time's up. People are going to be looking for her and asking questions, and we can't have that. So she's going to pack up her bag, and I mean, they said they were headed to Jenni's cabin last, so I guess that's where I'm going. And we'll see if that changes on the way there.
When you're packing your bag and getting ready to go, you do know that there were gunshots. You heard Delilah cry out, and like before, the moment before everyone scattered, it was obvious she had been shot. So you might
Raise some
want
questions.
to give yourself some... Yeah, if you have
Yeah.
been gone, you might need to have an alibi.
Yeah, I think that's a realization that sort of hits her as she's packing up and walking out of the door. I don't think it hits her until that point that Delilah got hurt. I don't think that she had processed enough. It was just panic, everyone's scattering, this is my opening. And as she's thinking about rejoining them, she's realizing people are hurt. I've been gone for a while. People are going to assume that something happened to me. And if they don't think they're right, there's going to be questions that I don't have answers to. And so I think she looks tired, I think, as she pulls the bag off of her bag again and rummages around, finds probably the knife.
The pocket knife.
Yeah, I don't know that she has anything else that would
I don't think at the
work.
moment.
She certainly doesn't have a gun. So we'll see what happens with that. And I think she doesn't look scared. She looks tired. And she looks so done with this. But she looks at the knife and then sort of at her stomach. And she just closes her eyes. And I think we can cut to black there.
Yup. We cut to black there. And Delilah, you've just said, hell yeah, I want to keep this bullet. And Rita's gotten there and is being tended to. And Cora and Jenni are both there. Jenni, on the one hand, you're ignoring the notebook even though it's a problem. But you also see something sticking out from one of the pages that you don't recognize.
I think, like, because, like, I imagine, like, as people are getting patched up, she's, like, pacing around because she's now worried, like, where's Alice? Alice, and it just, so she sees this out of the corner of her eye as she walks by, and she'll stop and, yeah, she'll walk over and pick it up and try to look at what's doesn't belong.
It's a letter envelope with your name written on it multiple times.
She will grab it from there and open it up.
It's a letter. I won't read it all, but it says, Jenni, how's college? No. Hey, hope things are good. And so on.
As she reads it, she gets kind of lost in this letter and drops the notebook back on the bed, no longer thinking about that, and just reads this note, or this letter from. Is it signed by Tammy at the bottom?
I believe it is, yes. Yeah, it's got Tammy's name on the bottom.
She just kind of stands there staring at it, like a little in disbelief, because she hadn't quite figured out how Tammy felt about her in return, and they don't know where Tammy is, and people are getting shot, and I don't think she knows what to do.
Cora, how is it going with bandaging Rita's foot?
Hopefully really good. Hopefully it's going great. And everything's perfect.
It's certainly going better than pulling out the bullet wound. I'll give you that.
Hell yeah. I think I'm saying, like, you're okay, it's fine, you just really need to make sure you get a tetanus shot when we leave here all together safely tomorrow morning.
Okay, I already legit, I already have like a doctor's appointment set up for like next week. I need to get followed up for shit.
Yep,
so
and
it's
just tell them
fine.
you stepped on something rusty, and they'll give you a tetanus shot. Actually, maybe you should go before next week. You can get lockjaw. You don't want to you don't want to get lockjaw. You should like go tomorrow. Like when your mom picks you up, be like, "Hey, mom, I stepped on a rusty nail and I need to go to the hospital." And she'll be like, "Oh no." But then she'll take you to the hospital and everything will be fine. And we will all go
No,
home.
I can literally go by myself. I don't trust that lady right now. Fuck her.
So fair, so fair. I completely respect everyone's struggles. Yeah, we're all
Actually,
gonna go
speaking
home.
of my mother, where the hell is Alice right now?
And Alice, you slowly, cautiously push open the door.
Oh my god, Alice, you okay?
Oh, there's
Please,
the
I don't need more.
snitch. Hey.
You fine?
Alice
Gonna-
walks in holding a side.
Oh god,
Very
not another
dramatically.
one.
It's fine. It's fine.
It's
I
not
got
fine.
away.
More people are bleeding.
It's okay. I
Sit
don't.
down, lay down. Show me the thing. Where's the vodka?
Delilah actually like stands up and rushes to you and helps you sit down and like Even through her pain, she's like
Delilah, you've
very
been shot!
fine.
You what?
Fine, it's nothing. Are you okay?
You were shot?
It's whatever. Yeah, like look at this. Isn't it fucking cool? Look at this fucking bullet. It wasn't me. I'm fine.
And
Everybody
it's
said I'm
not
fine.
now, and that happened. Are you okay?
Let's figure out you and then we can talk about like me.
I'm fine. I'm
Yeah,
fine.
Where
It's
were you?
messier than it is.
We need to put bandages. Where'd I put that t-shirt?
Where were you,
I-
Alice, while Cora's panicking?
I'm not sure. The woods. I think everyone scattered and I got turned around.
You weren't sure if you were in the woods? I feel like that's like something
No,
you would
I was-
obviously know.
I was in the woods. I'm not sure exactly where. There's a lot of them. I guess it's true what they say about the buddy system. We should stick to that. I should have scattered together, I guess.
Yeah. Buddy system going forward. No more splitting up. Please lay down so I can disinfect your
Okay,
stab
alright.
wound.
It's fine. I'm fine.
I don't care. I'm disinfecting the stab wound.
But okay. I'm just
Do you want
not
how
fighting
much
it.
pain are you in? Do you want vodka?
Like
Here, have some vodka.
on it or to drink.
Both. It's fine. It's fine. Take it.
I
It's
That's
gonna
gonna
hurt
help.
really bad.
Yeah,
So
take a big swig of it.
I'm
Alice
just
will take
glossing over that
Big
bad vibes.
swig.
Alice will take it and like make a more dramatic gesture of taking a much larger swig than she actually does. She does not want to be wasted for what's to come.
Damn, I was
Um,
hoping to get the killer wasted because that makes them easier
Yeah.
to kill.
Yeah.
Is that true? Does that make them have more audacity with their
Depends on
Audacity.
the
killings? I should
person.
be entertaining
Serial
this. I
killers
didn't
make
kill
mistakes.
anybody.
Is Alice more sloppy when they're up drunk?
Alice is a child.
See?
Alice is
Therefore
more sloppy all
sloppy.
the time.
See?
Also,
right.
Alice isn't a killer. Alice didn't do anything. Justice for Alice.
Mm.
We were all there.
Alice has been stabbed.
she-
Alice
she's
didn't
just a
stab
little girl.
anybody.
Okay.
Okay, so after you take your swig, I
Okay.
go take a deep breath,
Uh-huh.
and I'm gonna pour vodka on your stab wound.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Okay, good
Mm.
job. You're doing a great
Mhm.
job.
Was that necessary?
Yes.
Or are you having
man,
fun with this?
No, I
Um,
wish Tammy was here. Okay.
Tammy would be having fun with this.
Tammy would be
Actually,
having fun
Tammy
with
would be
this.
having
It
a
would
lot of fun with
also
this.
like help me
Let's talk
keep more
about
calm.
Tammy. It kind of makes me sad.
Yeah. Okay, and then I'm gonna wrap bandages around your side.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Speaking of Tammy, other bad. Does anyone else have any other injuries before I give bad news that will probably get Cora
What?
fucked up again?
What?
I just
Oh yeah, the twins are dead.
She's
They
been
were
holding
who?
on to that.
Wait a minute. We have not yet
Cora?
confirmed that anyone's dead.
Cora had alcohol in their hand, and they were trying to help heal people. I wasn't gonna say that to rattle her spirit. That's why I was holding on to it.
all right. Previous
Okay,
to
that's
this
fair.
moment, we had not confirmed that anyone had died. I had my suspicions about the nurse, but we had not confirmed that anyone had died. Now we have confirmation that 2 people are dead.
what
Yes.
twins?
Kyle and his sister.
Ah, okay.
Oh.
Delilah, I
Yeah,
love
they were
you.
hanging on meat hooks in the kitchen.
What?
Yeah,
need to lay
imagine
down.
how I felt like stumbling in the dark of the kitchen and then turning on the lights to see
Cora
that.
lays
like-
down on the bloody bed.
That
Yeah, it
feels
sucked.
Puts her
excessive.
hands over her eyes.
Yeah, no shit, Alice. We're
That's-
dealing with a missing friend, a nurse that was probably murdered. We may have had a head counselor who's also dead, depending on the size of the blood pool in her fucking office. And now
Do we
two
have to
of
start-
these bodies.
Guys, do we have to start
I'm so-
worrying about whether Tammy is alive?
And also the guy who came at us with a knife. Everything's fucked up, my girl.
Guys, do we have to
Okay,
start worrying about whether Tammy's still alive?
Tammy is alive. Tammy is pranking. Those were not dead bodies. It was
Okay,
actors. They really good actors.
hold on. We need to solve one problem at a time. Cora, is everybody going to be fine? Is Alice going to be fine?
I'm fine,
the-
Jenny.
Yeah,
These
Alice,
good enough bandages? Or
Yeah, I have enough t-shirt left for like maybe one more injury. If more than one person gets hurt, I'm gonna need another t-shirt.
You can start undressing. You can take my
That's not
jacket
gonna
also.
help right now.
Listen, being goth means I'm wearing like 50 layers, so you can take any of them.
Cool,
is
good to
true.
know. Oh God,
That's very convenient.
we just have to make it till morning.
I
We
think
just
maybe
have to
that's
make
why
it till
goths
morning.
wear like this. Maybe goths are always prepared to, use some bandages.
And
We
they're
just
all
have to
dark
make it
colors, so
till
they don't
morning.
stain.
Yeah.
Hey, this is just a random question to the presents, just real quick, just to get a layout of the camp. What's stopping us from just leaving, like running on, like going on foot out of the camp?
Walking
What's
away.
yeah, what's keeping us from like just walking away? Exactly.
You're far enough out from the city that it's days, and chances are if anyone sees you leave, they're going to come after you.
Maybe this is why people don't really do summer camps anymore, because like, why would you do that?
Yeah.
Why would
Is
you
there like a
keep
go-kart, like
your
a
children
golf
from
cart?
like civilization?
Oh yeah, there should be a golf cart. We can escape in a
Yeah.
golf cart.
Golf
Yeah.
cart. Classic summer camp golf cart.
I mean, golf carts are not gonna last that long, right?
No, but they'll get you
It could get as far as
they'll get you a head start for people running at you with knives and meat hooks and stuff.
True.
Meat hooks, really?
Yes,
And all we
meat
have to
hooks.
do is go long
Wait,
enough
why do
to
we have meat
find-
hooks in the camp in the first place?
To hook meat.
For
I
the
don't.
meat. There's a freezer, and the meat hangs on the hangers in the freezers.
We were both way too quick with that.
Hook me.
We don't have butchers in here. I thought only butchers have one.
You
Maybe
are
they're dry
wait.
aging a steak. I don't know.
Did you miss the hunting course over the week? Was that
We have
not?
a hunting course?
Yeah.
we're
Delilah,
in,
what
like,
did you
fucking
do all
badass.
week?
Talk over to Doug at the stables. He runs a hunting course on Fridays. It's a whole
Hi.
thing.
We're
I spent the
in,
whole time on the radio, I'm
fantasy
sorry.
Ohio. What else do they do in Ohio besides hunting?
We have trees and we have deer. That is it.
I like that Delilah not only didn't know about the camp programming, also doesn't know two of the counselors. Just
No, I'm like, Delilah knows only the radio station, her kids, and that's it. There's like nothing else.
And you
Good.
know what? That's so valid.
That's all you need to know.
She's so real for that.
Going
And that's what's
outside
kept her
means-
safe. You can't know too
Yeah.
much.
I was like, going outside means tanning, and that's just like, that's unacceptable.
So- So should we just try and stay here until our parents show up tomorrow? Like, barricade all the doors and windows of this cabin?
I mean, maybe, but
We have
What's to
knives.
say
We
that
can
when
just
our
go and kill
parents-
them.
what's to say that when our parents show up, they don't just kill them?
They wouldn't kill our parents.
Yeah, they will.
Well,
They
they're coming
put
with
Kyle
cars,
and what's her
so
face on meat hooks. They're doing a
But our
lot of stuff
parents
not just
will
because
have
they have to.
cars, and it's really hard to
and
stab
if-
through a car, and you
and
can
won't
also
see
run
them
people over
coming.
with cars.
And if our parents do get got by these people, we can just take the cars.
Mm,
Delilah,
No.
this argument is going on, and you hear your mom say your name.
I very slowly turn towards the voice.
It's outside the cabin, but you heard it through the door or the window.
I just go straight for Jenny's bag and I grab a mirror. I'm pretty sure I don't need to search for it. Like, it's Jenny. She has multiple. And using the mirror, I'm gonna, like look outside the window. So instead of like looking myself and like in the window, I'm gonna use the mirror to like tilt it to see what's going on there.
Okay. You don't see anyone. And when you point the mirror where you're pretty sure you heard the voice, You hear it again on the other side of the cabin.
Hey guys, remember we talked that we all having like weird experiences here? Has anybody heard voices so far?
I heard a baby cry, if you count that as a voice.
I thought maybe it was because I was just really scared, but my like anxiety was getting to me, but I thought I heard everybody I've ever met in my entire life yelling at me all at once.
That does sound more like anxiety, no offense.
That might be clinical.
Yeah,
Could be.
but I kind of just fuck. I heard my mom. Okay, fine.
Again?
Jesus, yes. Can I hear some? I don't know. I would rather hear anybody other than my mom. I swear to God, not her.
So, okay. Delilah, sweet Delilah. Hey, Delilah. I have a question for you, and you don't have to answer this if you don't want to, but like, I feel like at any moment there's gonna be like kind of rules of threes. You're gonna hear your mom again like a third time, and before
Yeah.
that happens, I feel like we should get to the bottom of this. Is there trauma dealing with your mother that results in you hearing her when she's not here? Again, you don't have to answer, but just in case.
She took me out of school when I was 9, and she didn't let me leave house for like a couple of years. I don't know. I don't think so.
Oh boy.
I think I'm perfectly fine.
Yep. Sounds like it.
Right?
I'm gonna give Delilah a hug.
You give Delilah a hug. And Rita, you hear the cry of an infant.
You all said I won't have to hear this. Fuck. And only Delilah hears that muttering because she Rita right now before Rita pulls away. You didn't hear anything.
I actually whispered to you, like, do you hear the thing again? I whisper specific so nobody else can hear besides like you.
It's the baby again.
Do you have any trauma with the babies? I won't tell anyone.
Remember when I left for a while?
Yeah.
I left to get married because I was pregnant.
Excuse me?
I came back home with no pregnancy.
It takes Delilah a second to make to connect all the dots. You see the moment of her like, oh fuck.
Yeah, but the circumstances behind it, I was left secure that things will be fine. And so this...
Are they? Are they fine?
I like to believe so. Which makes me think that whatever this voice thing is trying to fuck with me on purpose. And whoever is doing that is gonna get stabbed in the face.
I mean, here's the thing. I don't have like specific like I don't know, trauma with my mom. It's nothing crazy. I mean, she didn't like, you know, beat me up. She didn't like
You were not allowed to leave your house for several years.
it was
That's not
dangerous
healthy.
outside. It was dangerous outside.
Delilah?
She was taking care of me.
Delilah? Everything is dangerous, but it's up to the people who raise us to help prepare us for that. And your mom chose to ignore it.
Why did she think? Why did she do that then?
She may have thought it was protecting, but it's just simply keeping you naive. I'm also kind of a church girly, so I somewhat get it. It's a survival instinct to just not really think. But thinking helps us grow. So if you're not thinking, if you're not exploring, you're simply just whittling and dissolving away into nothing.
Well, I hug you back. And I'm gonna say, like, whisper once again so only you can hear. I want you to know that when you're ready, I think you're gonna be a great mom.
Well, let's get out of the situation first. And you would be a cool, like, auntie vibes. I know it. All right, separating.
While
therapy,
that,
Delilah.
I'm like,
and you're all
yeah,
gonna
yeah.
need therapy after this, regardless.
We
While
don't
that,
need therapy
if you're
before this.
dead.
men would rather die than go to therapy.
And that's why all of the male campers are dead.
Yes.
Counselors, I mean.
Go to therapy, guys.
While that hushed conversation is going on, first of all, if anyone is trying to figure out what they're saying, you probably can roll for that. But, Jenni, you're staring at this letter from Tammy, and just about the moment Rita and Delilah stop hugging, you look over to Alice, and you see Tammy standing there with Alice. Their shirt is covered in blood. Their face has black veins crawling through their skin. And you can't believe what you see, so you blink your eyes, and then she's gone. It's just your sister there. But you could swear for a moment that Tammy had put her hand on Alice's shoulder.
I think, like, involuntarily, she just kind of just said, Tammy?
What?
And then she was just here with Alice. She was
Okay, we're seeing things, we're
What?
hearing things, we're feeling things.
No, Jenni, what?
she was
You saw
she was
her?
just standing. Yeah, Tammy was just standing next to you. She was covered in blood, right? But she's not there.
I don't think she's here, Jenni.
Okay,
Well-
I would like to start boarding the windows and doors. In case if anybody has objections, say them now. Cool.
Wait, no, we can't just leave. Tammy's out there somewhere, right? If she's not in here, she's out there somewhere. We can't just.
Tammy might be on another meat hook.
Jenni's right. If she's out there, we can't barricade ourselves in here and wait till morning. We need to stop whatever the hell's going on out there.
Or hear me out. We could barricade the doors and windows, and then when Tammy, definitely alive, comes to find us, she can knock on the door and I'll move the barricade. How about that?
Maybe she's not in a position to come find us. Maybe she's already hurt. You can stay in here and be safe if that's
we cannot
what
split up
speaks to
again.
you.
Look what happened last time we split up.
Hey
I'm
guys,
not-
whatever it is clearly messing with everyone's head. Let's start with that. And I don't think whatever is messing with our heads is something we should listen to. So if we're gonna get rid of all of the ideas of hallucinations or whatever we heard, what is the most rational thing to do?
not let anyone else get hurt.
Go to sleep.
You're the most vulnerable when you sleep. We cannot sleep.
We can sleep in shifts.
You can sleep right now?
Yeah.
I'm so tired.
Yeah, but that's different.
We could I don't know, but we're clearly all losing it from stress.
I don't think it's stress.
Well, what else would be making us hear voices and see things that aren't there?
What do I know? Something is messing with our heads. It's not like, oh, we all stressed and we're hearing kind of same shit. It doesn't
Delilah,
work
you
like that.
got shot. Rita, you saw a bunch of people hanging from meat hooks. Like, we've been through some honestly ridiculous shit tonight. If we weren't seeing things and hearing things, I would, I think, be more concerned, right? Normal people don't see that shit and be fine about it, right? Yes, Rita? Why am I calling up?
This may not have anything to do with it. May not. The map has symbols on it. What the fuck are those symbols?
It has something to do with the guys trying to kill us, maybe?
Look, I have an aunt that does like spiritual shit, and I kind of dabble sometimes in it too. If people are hearing voices and there are people who are just killing other people, kind of giving cult or some weird magic bullshit. So I'm asking, does anyone know what this symbol is to maybe whittle down what things are making us like trying to get us to like go batshit in our brains?
Jenny, where's the picture?
Yeah, let's see it.
The picture was on the bed. I don't know if she because she'd thrown it down in front of Delilah before they started first aiding her. So
I think it would be under where Cora laid down then. So it's under Cora.
I'm gonna roll over.
There's blood on the map, oh no.
I'm going back into the fetal position.
I'm actually gonna come up to Cora and I'm gonna be like, I want you to think right now for a second. We have no guarantee that the campers made home safe. And we have no guarantee that after they done with us, they're not gonna go after the campers. So I know that you care about those kids, and I think we should do something before they're gonna go and slaughter every single person here, and every single person who was here, or every single person who's going to be here.
Oh God, you're probably right. Okay, I just don't think we should split up anymore, but fine, we can go out there, and if we all start dying, I want you all to know that I told you so.
Oh, don't
Let's just
worry.
not die,
I'm not
then.
really agreeing to this, so you don't have to tell me you told me so.
I know you're on my side, Rita.
Always, bestie.
But the rest of you, when you all die or I die, just know I want the thought to go through your head. Damn, Cora was right.
To be fair, we're all gonna die someday.
Okay, when we all die, when people start dying here, more people.
Maybe you are right. Maybe you are, but I can't live with myself if people are out there dying and I'm not trying to stop it, or if something
Great,
bad is
okay.
happening out there.
Okay,
And-
you're right. Yes, let's go. But I just want everyone to know that I was right when people start dying. Okay, moving on. Let's go.
Rita, do you still have that big ass knife?
Yeah, and it's mine.
Okay. Somebody should have a weapon.
We don't have weapons.
Yeah.
Okay.
I
Remember,
think
feel better
Rita,
about
I
that.
saw the two bodies.
Rita having the
That-
big
yeah.
weapon is smart.
Mm-hmm.
But
No, I
you're-
agree.
Maybe, Alice, you're like the youngest. We don't need everyone to be armed.
Okay, that feels pointed, but fair, I guess.
Presents. When I look at the photo, do I see anything that I haven't seen before? I haven't noticed before?
I think you for sure notice your mom in the picture, which, whether or not you saw her that night, you kind of put her there regardless, so it's not a surprise.
It's kind of confirmation, like shitty confirmation.
Right. But you also see... I mean, it's tough because a lot of them aren't facing where the picture was taken from. If you want to roll senses for take stock, I can maybe let you put
Sure.
some dots together.
Let's go. Oh, god damn it. Secondly. 7.
Okay, a 7 to 9 is still a success. So, what do you see? Based on the people in the picture and their body types and sizes and the number of them, while they might not... The room isn't big enough to potentially hold everyone that... I mean, you have so little information. There could be more people in this cult than are in this picture, but the people in the picture, you can start to kind of think of... There are the same amount of people in the picture, with the exception of your mom being in the picture, that there are with the camp director, the nurse, Greg and Steve, the groundskeepers, Stu and Mark, the maintenance men, Leighton and Chad, the kitchen staff.
Do they physique-wise look like them?
Yes, you like they physically, even though their faces are hooded and shadowed, their body, like their heights and their builds give you enough, especially with having been at camp here and seeing them daily, you've noticed this new detail.
I'm gonna put the picture on the bed. I'm like, okay. All of you worked way more with the camp counselors and people who work here, whatever. Am I crazy? Oh, everybody else here in this picture looks like people that we know.
I wouldn't really say you're crazy. Was Greg amongst the folks in the picture? I couldn't remember if you said Greg. Okay. Actually, I don't think you're crazy because Greg was watching in my cabin earlier today.
Fuck. Rita, you said that you're whoever is spiritually awake, whatever. Do you look at this picture and you feel anything?
Do I
don't know,
feel
that's the
anything
most
from the
weird way to.
picture? do I need to make a roll?
I think you don't get much from looking at the picture itself. I think maybe the only thing you would get is some kind of confirmation that you are correct. Greg is in the picture, even if you can't see his face.
Yeah.
I mean, more like ritual-wise, if you look at what they do and if you look at stuff that they have, like, have you read about anything similar? Does it mean is it like, oh, let's go kill everybody we know, or is it more like, ooh, let's dress up and have a bloody orgy or whatever?
I'm still kind of new to this, so I can't really get a vibe type of thing. But I feel like with everything that's been happening, it's a pretty decent chance that at the very least it is to scare us. At the very most, I think they want to kill us for a reason.
Alice.
Yeah.
there's a detail in this photo that you do recognize.
Is it a statue?
It is a statue.
Fuck.
Do
I
the
think-
right thing.
I think
Do
Alice
the
is
right
sort of
thing.
not involved in this conversation, but kind of like peeking over his shoulder, just trying to like look at this. And I think that's canon. I think she just sort of under her breath just mutters, "Fuck."
Delilah reads it as you being scared, and she actually hugs you, and she's like, "It's gonna be fine. Alice, we'll be fine."
She sinks into that a little bit longer than she probably should let happen. But fuck, if we die tonight, I want to get hugged by a pretty girl first. Fuck. Sue me.
It's
I-
okay.
I-
we
Everyone
could have
deserves a
figured it out.
goth mommy.
That's who it is. Those guys, that's who it is. That's who's doing this.
Who?
Cora,
Why?
Cora, you were the one who faced the knife person the most, right?
Right.
Think about it. Think about what they look like, the height. I don't know. Did you hear their voice?
They didn't say anything.
like anything? Arms, tattoos, height.
They were wearing a black cloak.
So you're
You're not giving me much to work with, Cora.
I mean, do I recognize?
You're muted, Rita.
Oh yeah. Random question to the presents. Was the knife that the hooded person have, was it in their left hand or right hand?
Ooh, smart.
It was in their left hand.
I figured it was. Well, one of the things was they had the knife in their left hand, and then when they like stabbed the knife into the door, it was on the left side of the door. So who's
Good,
left-handed?
Good. Does anybody in this photo look left-handed?
Is it Greg?
uh,
Do we know if anyone in this photo is left-handed? Is like,
I
Do we know
don't
if anybody's
think
in
you
the
can
camp?
make out from the photo if anyone in the photo is left-handed. No.
but you said there's people we recognize from camp, right?
Yeah, but does
You
it
recognize
anybody...
like height and body shape as being very similar to people in camp.
Do we know of any of them being
Yeah, but-
left-handed?
Yeah.
Like any
Yeah.
of the like...
Allegedly, the
Mhm.
people we may know who are in this photo are any of them left-handed.
Who?
Alice. Alice is left-handed. Let's say Alice is left-handed.
But Alice
And
is
it
not
I
is
mean,
even
invisible.
Alice might be left-handed, but Alice is definitely not in the photo.
Damn.
Alice is only left-handed when stabbing, but that's irrelevant. I
See, this is why lefties have a bad rep, because of moments like this. I say as a lefty.
So you're, if I'm looking at this correctly, you're saying that these people that are chasing us and killing people and wearing spooky cloaks and doing the stabbing and sort of gestures at everybody's bodily wounds are people that we know and worked with?
I mean,
Hey, how
it's
does-
more likely-
It's our best guess.
Guys,
Hey.
how did all of you got into this camp? Because I was invited here specifically. My mom sent me here.
I've
Did
worked
you-
here before.
Most of you most of you started as children doing camp and then eventually became counselors.
I imagine for Jenny, it is because she's Jenny. That like as soon as like she was old enough to be a counselor, they're like, "You're a counselor now."
Yeah. What's to say with
Yeah,
Rita? It's like,
That's
yeah,
that's
okay.
almost certainly what also happens with Cora. Or maybe Cora probably has been begging to be a counselor since she was like 9.
Yeah. Second year of camp, Cora's like, no, I'm ready to be a counselor.
Assistant counselor.
Please, I need to make this place more organized.
We're always carrying your counselor's clipboard all summer.
Yes.
Being so helpful.
Cora would be less nervous right now if she had her clipboard.
So true.
Well,
Do you think we are chosen randomly? Or do you think this is something that was
hard to say?
I think if they're the same people in this picture, or are we getting the idea that this is the same thing that has been done before by a different but similar group of people, or that this is just a picture of the current group of goons?
I think it's a current group, because this is a picture that we took like a couple of months ago, if not like a month ago.
Okay.
It's pretty recent.
For
those of you who've been here before, all of these people, have they worked in this camp the whole time, or was it their first time here?
That's probably more a question for me.
Yeah.
These people are much like your mom, Delilah. They've been around town for decades. They live here. Like, they're part of the community.
Oh, so they like from the town, from out. Okay. Great. Are they friends with my mom? Have I seen them around my mom or around the church?
I don't think you've ever seen them, like, directly with your mom, but you've probably seen some of them. I mean, the facade of the church is something that a lot of people in town go to as, like, proper service, so you've probably seen some of them at church occasionally. None of them have other than, like, said hello in passing. You haven't seen any of them specifically with your mom. Rita. A shiver runs down your spine. Something's trying to tell you that you can't stay here much longer.
Real quick, because I did promise answers in regards to going back into the building to get the map thing, so sometimes I get vibes. My aunt says it's the ancestors. I'm getting a vibe right now, and it's saying we should not stay here, which is the only reason why I am, hey Cora, usually I'm on your side with this, but right now I'm getting the vibe that we gotta leave. We can't stay here much longer.
Okay, I believe you. I believe you. I believe you because you're the one saying it. I believe you.
Is it the same vibe you got when you got the map?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, let's go.
Yeah, let's leave. Yep, we should leave immediately.
Yeah.
I'm grabbing the t-shirt, I'm grabbing the vodka. I'm trying to see if there's a backpack or bag around I can steal.
I'm gonna take the photo just in case.
Jenni, do you have a lighter here by any chance? Because if we get another shirt, we could do Molotov cocktails with
Ooh.
Fire.
I love the idea of fire. That's great.
I mean, well, actually, yeah. I mean, Jenni has a lighter. She has a lighter on her.
Go.
Who has the map? Do we still have the map?
I think Rita has it.
Okay. Can I look
I
at
might be
that?
mistaken, but it sounded to me like the map had gotten pulled out, maybe, because you mentioned the pattern on it.
Okay. Yeah. Can I look at that?
It's right here. I'll throw it out. I was about to throw it back, roll it back up. I'm watching you though.
What is it? Just a little guy. Hey God, do any
You
of those look like
ratted
the
me
building
out.
that I saw in my creepy vision?
That's probably
into the woods and creepiest.
So there's the main camp, and then there's the one way off in the forest There's the one on the island in the lake, and there's the one in the quarry. If you're trying to connect with what you saw, you're probably thinking of the house you saw, which would be the one in the forest on the map.
I think Alice, like, as you're trying to, like, okay, we need to put this away, we need to get going, Alice just, like, slams a finger down into the map in the woods. There. We need to go there.
Why?
The ones that I ran into, that I was hiding from when we got split up, they were talking about being done there and going to do stuff in, I think, this other place, and she points to one of the other ones, probably like the island or something. I think they're done there. So if we need to run somewhere, if we need to find a place to be that they're not going to be, I think it's that one.
I would like to read a person.
Okay.
And it's always out.
I'm an open book, baby.
Okay, we'll see.
Are you though?
Yeah. It's not my fault y'all can't read.
All right, that is, and that's for heart. What do I have in heart? Oh, okay, that's a 0. So, a flat 10.
10 is a success.
Good.
You can
Questions?
ask 2 questions.
Ask away.
I mean, the obvious one is, are you telling the truth in regards to you saying we should go to the quarry?
She genuinely thinks that the best place for you to be right now is the woods, but how she got to that conclusion is not truthful.
Hmm.
And I think as you're talking, like, she sort of abandons the plot of, like, I heard this. She's like, we need to go there. That's the safest place. It's
This one isn't going to be out loud per se, but it's something that Rita has kind of noticed through the conversations. How do you feel about Tammy?
ooh. Alice feels pity feels like a mean word for what this is. Remorse is not quite right. She's not happy about what happened to Tammy. She's not happy about how it happened, that she's missing, that she's not here. But I think it's like resolve. Like, she's resigned to the fact that what's happened has happened. We couldn't help what's happened. If she's lost, if she's dead, whatever's happened to her, like, there is no fixing it, and she's kind of just resigned to that. So, like, yeah, she's upset, but I don't know that she knows her well enough to, like, I miss her. And I don't know that they were, like, quite friends enough again for that, but she does feel bad.
Okay.
For whatever Tammy's
there's a type
going
of gut. Yeah, there's a type of
Yeah.
gut punch there, but it's like mingling of different things. type of gut
Yeah,
punch.
it's very muted, I think.
Yeah.
It's very,
Okay.
we're pushing it down and we're not talking about it, and then one day I'll die, and then it goes away and we don't have to worry
And
about
I
it.
think that's the thing that has Rita just Okay. Sure. Forest. I'm willing to gamble with that for a bit. Rolls up the map, tucks it back in, make sure the knife is ready.
Okay. So Alice has suggested you go into the dark forest at about the time it's gonna start getting dark.
Does anyone have flashlights?
But
Jenny's got a
like,
lighter.
I don't think we should go into the forest without flashlights.
I don't think we should
Yeah.
go into the forest with flashlights. That's going to draw their attention to us. They're going to be able to see us because it's dark out. Nobody's going to expect a bunch of kids to go into
okay.
the woods in the dark.
Having
That's completely
flashlights is
ridiculous.
helpful if we will need them. It's not that we will need to turn them on the whole time, but if they
That
already know where we are, it's gonna be useful to have it.
Yes, if they
And with,
already
like,
know
the
where we
cloth
are,
that
we're
we
gonna
have.
want flashlights so we can run away without tripping on a freaking
Yeah.
tree root.
And at most, with like the clothes that we have for like the bandages, we can have them cover the flashlights to mute up
Yeah.
a bit more.
Mhm.
I support that.
So we should not run into the woods. We should go somewhere else and try and find flashlights.
Okay.
And then if we can
Okay.
find flashlights, we'll go into the woods. Maybe. I don't know.
That's probably
Going
smart.
deeper into the woods is kind of an iffy idea.
So I think like as you're saying that like Jenny's starting to get more frustrated and she starts like waving around the light and she's like, I don't care if we start to get flashlights or what, but like we need to go. Can we please just go find Tammy, please?
Yes.
She's waving around something in her hand.
Yeah, like she's got like this,
Did you say a lantern? Oh,
the
letter.
letter.
I
Yeah,
can't
she's got
hear.
the letter. She's waving around as she says it.
None of you know where Jenny got this piece of paper.
That's her cabin, I assume, isn't it?
Yeah.
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 Yeah, it's a cabin.
I mean, there's probably also just an envelope laying at her bed that has Jenny written on it 3 times. Like, there's clues to where she's gotten it.
Yeah.
It's her cabin.
I wasn't gonna
I think
point it
if
out.
If Alice is starting to piece together what this letter is, she's leaving it alone. That's honestly, that's none of my business, and it frankly makes me a little sad. So
Yeah, I'm
don't wanna
I'm a
confront
nosy
my
bitch,
feelings
but
about
I'll
that.
bring it up when things are like necessary. This
Yeah.
is something I don't want to. This is not something to bring up.
that's a woman is dead, allegedly. Like we don't need to dwell.
Yeah.
If
Okay.
we end up finding Tammy, we find it.
We'll find her. It'll be fine.
So Alice has said the safest place is this location in the woods. Cora has said they don't want to go in the woods without flashlights. Tori, what happens right now to scare Cora and everyone else out of the cabin and towards the forest without flashlights?
No, we're gonna get killed. I don't know. Maybe we hear someone bang on the side of the cabin. That would make me leave.
Okay. You hear a couple of thuds kind of walking up the side towards the window, and then the window across, not the window right in front of the bed that's bloody and everyone's gathered around, but near the other window near the other bed crashes open, and there's a brick with a piece of paper wrapped around it.
Cora screams. Let's leave.
I go
What does the
directly to the
letter
paper.
say?
Yeah, I just open
Yeah.
it. I just look at the paper.
The paper just says, "We're coming for you."
Yeah, let's go.
Oh yeah, bitch tits.
Run.
We sure we don't want to try to get the golf cart as we're getting ready to
Grabbing
leave?
the brick and I throw it back. Like as we're leaving out the door around whatever corner it came from, just fucking
We could have used that.
For what?
To smash
Damaging
someone's
them.
head in.
That's what I'm trying to do.
Okay, fine. Let's go.
You
I don't want to get them close enough that I
quickly-
can use it as a melee weapon.
No, you don't want to be that close, probably. You all quickly exit the cabin. The door bangs open and light streams out. And you make a quick U-turn to go around to the backside out towards the forest. And as you're running, you
Not
hear...
this music
Not
again.
this music.
You hear from the other direction out towards the lake. The lake is very large. You shouldn't be able to hear something that isn't like a raging party, maybe. But you hear voices chanting in a language you don't recognize. You recognize some of the voices. You recognize the camp director Marcy's voice in that chanting. Delilah, you recognize your mother's voice in the chanting. Jenni, you recognize one of your parents' voice in the chanting. Alice, you recognize the nurse's voice in the chanting.
Wait, does Alice recognize one of her parents in the chanting?
I mean, she would too, but I'm just like specifically pointing
You're
out
giving people
different
individual ones.
Yeah, yeah.
I blocked out the memory of my parents' voices, actually. I don't have time for that today.
And you take off, running towards the forest. Nothing stops you. In fact, you have no idea where that brick could have come from. There's no one else around at the moment. And you reach the tree line, and you do slow down a little. I'll say Cora managed to be out front. Cora slows down because they don't want to trip over tree roots and break a leg. And that forces
Cora's
everyone
going-
to kind of slow down.
Cora's going, we're all gonna die, we're all gonna die, we're all gonna die, we're all gonna die.
Both Cora and Rita also do hear voices. It's just like in a general sense that everyone recognized different people. And you start to make your way through the thick brush of the forest. The moon has risen, and the canopy is very dark. And you trek for a long time. Jenni, right before you head into the tree line, you see that same figure of Tammy. She doesn't look at you, she's facing away from you. But something about it gives you the feeling of you need to follow it.
I don't think she hesitates. I think maybe if people are close enough, they might hear her say like Tammy as she like turns and like starts jogging towards where she sees the figure.
Definitely. So the figure feels it's in the same direction everyone else is going. So something about this tells you that, at least at the moment, the group is headed in the right direction.
Okay, yeah, I think like seeing the figure Jenni just starts jogging and ahead of everybody, like after this figure.
Are we able to notice this?
You probably noticed Jenni kind of make her way to the front of the group, yeah. And she's in a bigger hurry, maybe, than the rest of you were after Cora slowed everyone down.
I'm just being careful, I don't want to have to set any bones.
Are you good?
If Jenny's trying to leave the group, I'm gonna try to stop her, but
Mm-hmm.
I don't think she's staying with the group. Like she's like kind of starting to jog on ahead of everybody. So if you want to try to stop her,
oh yeah, Alice is like grabbing her arm. Like, what are you doing?
it's
Jenny.
I see Tammy. She's
No, you don't.
I swear I see her. She's just over there.
Jenny, look at me. You don't want to follow her.
Why? I need to find her.
Hey, can
She's
I
one of
read a
them.
person on Alice?
Sure.
Okay.
I'm determined for someone to figure out before you kill us all.
Don't worry.
I'm not trying to kill anybody.
She's Rita already has
kill
a
us.
weird vibe to this, so like Rita's staring hard.
I'm trying to keep people from dying. That is my goal.
That's a 7.
Okay.
Okay, you get to ask one question, but they get to ask one in return.
What I'm asking of Alice is why do you know we shouldn't follow this vision of Tammy? Why do you know?
I mean, at the very least, you get the radiating sense that Alice does not trust whoever this is. Whether it's Tammy, whether it's not, whether it's a ghost, whether it's a hallucination of our stress. Alice viscerally does not trust it. And that is not our friend. That is one of them.
Was she wearing a cloak like the rest of them, Jenny?
No, it was Tammy. I didn't see a cloak. I see Tammy.
And she was leading us away from the cloaked people.
She was leading us where we were going. Yeah.
All right, I say we go that way.
I mean, we're already heading that way, but
Exactly.
my thing is, she wasn't wearing a cloak. Was there anything else about her? Like I think you said that you saw Tammy again, or like, we get it. You really need to find Tammy, but like, was there anything specific about her?
It looked like her. I couldn't make out any details really. It just looked like her figure in the woods, and I.
Are you sure it's her, not like something messing up with, like it messed with everybody?
I don't know. But.
You think Tammy would see us and try to lead us away instead of coming and talking to us?
She would say something. She would like call for us. Anything.
Maybe
It was
she's in
actually
trouble.
Tammy.
Maybe she's hurt.
Okay, we're
That's what I'm
technically
worried about. What if she?
we're heading that way already.
Exactly.
I
If
thought
we
she was leading us
find
away from the group.
Tammy-
That's on me.
Oh, I thought Cass was saying that it was in the general direction as we were
Yes,
going.
Tammy gave Jenny the feeling that y'all were going the right way.
Okay. So if we find Tammy along the way, we'll check. Hey, I'm not one to discredit like vibes, but we also have experiences of people fucking with us. So just be careful, Jenny. Okay?
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Stay with the group. Let's go.
Please try not to break any legs.
I think that conversation kind of puts everyone in a space of being quiet. You trudge through the forest, through the brush. You do your best to be quiet as far as like footsteps go, but there's no way that you're not snapping twigs occasionally or moving brush. And I mean, there's paths from the camp out into the forest, and some of the classes do like short hikes around, but this feels like a long, long walk. And Jenni in the lead and the rest following. There's a moment where you think maybe this is just what you've been doing this forever and you will do this forever. Wander through this forest. And just when you're about to resign yourself to that feeling, there's a small clearing and the ruins of an old house, partially collapsed, overgrown. And that's where we'll end today's episode.
I don't like it.
We Blair wishing the whole thing.
It's
We're having a normal one.
Betrayal at House on the Hill.
Oh no!
Betrayal from who?
Right.
You know that point where you're playing Betrayal and like the betrayer has been picked and everyone just sort of moves their seat a little further away and is like, "Thank you, man." That's
I feel like everybody's doing that a little preemptively in this game. I'd just like to say. We haven't voted yet.
Let's go around and talk about ourselves. I will go last this time, and we will start with, I believe we started with Tori, so we'll start with Tori again this time.
Oh, okay. Hi, my name is Tori. You can find me all over the internet as that nerd Tori. Right now, I am in this game on Thursdays, and I think we have at least one more session left here on Sword and Key of our Sunday game, which is Tales from the Loop, where I play a different weird teenager in the 80s getting into trouble. That one involves a lot of birds and me rolling really terribly. So if you want to see me fail at things more, definitely check that one out. Otherwise, I don't have anything else lined up right now. Unless you're in the Boston area, then you can always come and see me and my theater company perform live radio theater in Somerville. But other than that, I'll be at Gen Con at the end of next month, so see me there.
Awesome. And I believe Madam Ava was next.
I think so. That's fine.
The cameras have moved around in Zoom, so.
Well, hello, my darlings and dears. It's your Madam Ava here. You can find me anywhere at Madam Ava Couture. Happy Juneteenth, everyone. And as I manifested, I survived Juneteenth. Thank you, ancestors be blessed. For the moment, you can find me either at my 2 vacation homes on the Fusca channel or Folk and Myth. I believe this week we're taking a break on Fusca's channel for our D&D campaign, Echoes of Ruin, but on Folk and Myth next Friday, next Friday, I will be on there for our one-shot of The Lantern of Black Spire. It is a part of a Summer of Siege event that they're doing over there and a couple of other places. But in the meantime, in between time, it's Pride Month. Give money to the queers that you love in your life, and then also it's Juneteenth, so give money to the Black people that you love in your life. Wink!
Wonderful. And then I believe Sia was next.
Oh, I forgot what we were doing, but yes. You can find me at cinesia on Twitch mainly. And specifically this Sunday, we are doing Learn How to Play and a simple session of Good Society, which we called Gay Pride at Bridgerton. So, because listen, it's June, let's go gay, let's go messy, let's go crazy. But it is, it's basically Learn How to Play, explaining all the rules. So if anybody wants to learn the system of Good Society, feel free to come in, hang out, and have fun. Yeah, I have nothing else to add.
Awesome. And then we'll go to Sophia.
Yeah. Hi, everyone. I'm Sophia. You can find me at the end of the month on Roll for Felicity for Incredibly Indie. That is, I believe, June 28th. Keep an eye out for this fall. I will be voicing Scorpina and Skull in that time we replaced the Power Rangers. And of course, the big thing is Nerds with Dice. Tomorrow night at 4 p.m. Central, we'll be raising money for Trans Justice Funding Project. 48 hours, so all weekend we have all kinds of stuff. You show up at 4 p.m. Central, learn more about the charity, hang out, maybe share some queer joy, and then we will kick off our games with Revive the Dead City, Girl by Moonlight game. We've got panels with about characters and how they made us, gender and cosplay. We've got interviews with some great people, Liana McKenzie from Valorous Games, Nem from Sandy Pug Games, Kat the Lord Mistress from Hatched Games, and Renee and Marcus, the business partners behind Dungeons, Dragons, and Drinks. And we'll cap the whole event off with Oops All Ace Thirsty Sword Lesbians on Sunday. So come hang out and help us raise some money.
All right. And then last but not least, Kit.
That's me. I'm Kit. I have been your definitely not a murderer Alice for the evening. But most places you can find me at Kit Roll on the internet. Specifically coming up, you can find me as part of one of the aforementioned charity streamathon weekend shindigs on this Saturday, the 21st at, I believe, 4 p.m. Central. Don't quote me on that. You can find me over on Nerds with Dice. I will be playing in a Wicked Lies and Alibis one-shot. So if you want some more drama, murder, mystery, shenanigans, but this time a period piece, check that out. It'll be awesome. We're raising some money, doing some cool stuff. And yeah, check out the rest of the stuff they're doing Friday through Sunday, as Sophia mentioned. If you are sick of seeing my face but want to hear my voice for some reason, chase your bliss. But if you like magical girls, queer stories, and prying hope from the jaws of defeat, you can catch Bloom and Blight. It's our Girl by Moonlight actual play podcast. You can get it wherever you get your podcast. If it's not a place and you get podcasts there, let me know and I will put it there. That is a threat and a promise. If you want episode announcements, clips, things like that, you can find us on all of the socials that matter at Bloom and Blight, all spelled out. And if you want cast and character information, transcripts of our episodes, downloadables now, link to the community Discord server, a bunch of cool stuff, you can go to bloomandblight.com, also all spelled out. Crit stuff is still happening. We got nominated for some reason, so if you want to vote for us, hell yeah, awesome, we would appreciate it. Our theme song got nominated for Best Instrumental in an AP, and it slaps, so give that a listen, and if it speaks to you and moves your heart, it's made me cry a million times. Give that a vote for Best Instrumental. Seconds Rising Star by Harper S.K., our amazing composer. That's all I can plug for now, but keep an eye on the socials, and I'll drop more as I am legally allowed to.
All right. Amazing. Wonderful. You're all amazing. I'm Cass. I was the presence. I've been doing all the terrible things to them that isn't directly drama related necessarily. Some of that comes from them to them. First things first, we pulled the giveaway. Kit, you won!
What?
You won the $100 gift card to Long Dog Dice.
Thank you! Thank you. Jen, I believe, donated that. Thank you.
Jen donated that. After I wrap things up here with a few things about the schedule, we'll be rating Always Imani, who is doing 48 hours, 24 hours of Juneteenth programming.
Wow.
So, Friday, we have a one-shot of Monster of the Week, Blood in the Dirt at 11 a.m. Pacific. That's tomorrow. At 6 p.m. Pacific tomorrow, Kayla will begin the painting of the first Pride Dragon that we did. I believe the giveaway already happened. Don't tweet me if I'm wrong. Saturday, there's a special Horizons Call Acacia Development episode at 3 p.m., which I believe I know was a pre-recorded thing, because I've heard that talked about on Horizons Call when I get to tune into them. Sunday at 3 p.m., Pacific is part 3 of Cursed Captains of Cthulhu. Monday is Fragments of Loss at 3 p.m. Pacific. Wednesday is The Devil's Dandy Dog one-shot at 4 p.m. Pacific. And you can come back here and see our finale of Under Blue Moon next Thursday at 5:30 Pacific. Also, if you want to come in the Discord, I believe movie night was moved to this Saturday because of everything going on. I don't remember the time, but come join us in the Discord. It's always a fun time watching movies and hanging out with everyone. And I think that's all I've got.
Our god, the neon moon Galnar, has abandoned us. Our village lies in ruin, its people scattered. The last embers of hope fade as dark forces close in.
This Pride Month,